all the seats have been sold. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh. Terrence Bud Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds bang on with a reach of 47 inches. Up against them, Saul Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. Here we go for round one. That jab was blocked. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Well, there's no business like show business, and this is the most unique play anyone will ever see in this theater, mano a mano.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. The face is telling the story from that jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every drill.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You've completely switched up. Keep smart. The jab's working nice. Those smart. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. Just don't let him back into the fight. Great round. You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there.
Come on, you're switching off. Have you got complacent?
This was smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
You had everything in the bag, and now you're letting back into it. Here, Mike.
Think about the defense on end, and think about what you do. Good work.
Smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right?
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
He's ready to go. He's absolute.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
And there's the bell for round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. That jab misses. They better start respecting each other's punching power. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Do you believe what we're seeing? Jab can't find a home. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Switch on. Get your
Great round. Now relax. Good man. You stay focused?
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round, okay?
There's 1, 2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work.
Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And that hook misses. Nice exchange here from both men. Misses with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way to punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Misses with the jab. That uppercut does not score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Looking nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him.
You're way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Missed him with that uppercut. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Good counter punching. No rest for the weary. Nice defense with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good man, good man.
Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
Just set him up and you'll take him out. Look, he's ready to go.
And there's the bell for round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Punching, good defense stopping that jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The pound for pound king, Canelo is down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
That's lights out right there.
last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You've been coasted for this entire
No free shots. Keep smart. You were smart, you weren't
He's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence away. Go.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on end and think about what you do. Good work. Just the same again. Don't change too much.
On to the 6th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice job blocking the left hook. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
His stamina is off the charts. These punches coming from every angle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
What are you doing? Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together.
The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle.
Your jab. And breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good.
Fight, great round. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Back out there and win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
Hit and ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Just stay.
There's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. He blocks that jab. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Job blocking the hook. You pulled that thought. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. How did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Crawford just got rocked. competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Oh, you're better than that. Don't worry about that round. Smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
Round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Let's go out there and win the next one, yeah?
Think about the defense on end and think about what you do. Good work. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for a one-shot.
And we enter the 8th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That counter shot lands. They miss with the jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence.
Good work.
And there's the bell for round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He blocks the jab. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Focus. Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Can't shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great enough. And you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch back on. And what you're doing, the gaps will appear. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one.
This is the 10th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. No rest for the weary. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Stamina is off the charts. They stop the hook there. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Good job defending the jab. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
Because when you talk about championship material.
Fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just the same again.
Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing back.
Just keep them on the other end of that jab.
That's start 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
A lot of effort being exerted here. That right hook's blocked. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That uppercut doesn't get through. Right hand, right on point. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk talk about Crawford in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Don't forget the jab and don't get...
Let him back in. You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there and get work.
The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell for round 12. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Punch caught him clean. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.